Yeah.
One of the insects made its heel out.
Yeah, that's its old skin, isn't it? That's right, and we're going to clean all of these out because they have well and truly run out of food, haven't they?
So they're going to die.
Well, no, because we got a whole load more bramble in here. So they're not going to die. What we're going to do is you're going to watch them very carefully to make sure that none of them escape, aren't you? So I'm going to take these out and you can make sure none of them escape. And if any of them escape, you can grab them. Okay?
With my fingers.
With your fingers. But I need my
On
scissors.
the tails.
Oh, there's one up here on a jar. I don't know what that's doing there. Look, how did that get there? You're not meant to be out. You were just on top of my fish tank. Ridiculous creature. Hello everyone. We're just doing stick insect maintenance because they're out of bramble. I've got nymphs everywhere.
Can I hold this one?
Yeah, put your hand out
There.
in front of it. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Look at that.
There we go.
This is why invertebrates are great for kids. Be very gentle, remember?
Why is that one so fast?
Let's get our hand in front. There you go.
Don't want him.
Don't want him, he's too fast. Okay, fair enough.
Let's
Just
go.
put that back there.
But I love him because
You love him because he's awesome, isn't he? Get off. Ah, silly creature. Right. I can't get him off my hand. Look how fast these guys are. No. What a demon.
Give me help.
Right, now let's try this again. So, none of them are escaping right now.
If
As
none
you
of-
will
if
see-
none of us came over, shut the door.
There are so many stick insects in there. So,
Where?
I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll set the bramble up first.
But don't forget we have to take the big one out.
Yes, we'll get the big one out as well.
But that one's too big, sorry.
The first step is to get this ready. So we need to put some water in here. Some water in here.
I will put some oil.
It's alright. You can turn the tap off. No, not yet. Keep going. There you go. Stop. Stop. Thank
Now
you.
can I hold it?
No, it's a bit full now, isn't it? So what we're going to do is we're going to put some of this bramble.
There are my tweezers.
Your tweezers. Do you want to hold a big stick in it?
Yeah.
Do you want to hold this one? This one's cool. Put your hand there.
Now I want to take that skin out.
Alright, you can take that skin out. Hello everyone on the chat. Who have we got? I can't actually see who's here. I hope you're all having relaxed, festive fun. Run, Stickies, run. Yeah, this is going to go wrong. How you doing, Sam? Hopefully not hungover today. I hope you're resting. They just get everywhere. What are you doing? Honestly. These little guys. I'm losing track and more keep hatching. Look at this Jedi Master.
And look at his thing.
Right, we need to put some bramble in this other jar. You got him? Right, good.
Is it the fastest
I
one?
don't think, well maybe, you'll find out, won't you? You're good, starting work soon. Ah, boo.
No.
We can't let it run across the floor, that's not the plan.
Where's his mummy then?
His mummy sadly passed away. But that's okay.
But where's his daddy?
His daddy also passed away. But that's okay, because he'll grow up and be big and strong and have lots of babies of his own. So we're not too worried. I need to find my scissors.
There. Scissors?
I've got them. Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Where's his family? His mummy or his daddy?
Well, they also aren't around anymore. So, it's a tragic lesson in
Is
life.
that one his daddy? that one there.
Well, everything's falling off. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Dad.
Yes, I hear you, Milo, but I've just got to concentrate for a second because the only problem with bramble is that if you're not careful, you cut stick insects in half. I haven't done that yet, but I don't want to start now. Okay, right, how many are on here?
None.
None? Well, I think there are more than none because I can see
I
a lot.
can see one.
Don't touch the prickles, yeah? There's one there for a start. Look at that.
Dad. Excuse me, look at me.
And there's one there.
Excuse me,
And
look
there's
at
one
me.
there.
Excuse me, look at me. Is that one his daddy?
Hmm?
Dad, look at me.
Yeah?
Is that one his daddy?
No. You mean, is that one his son?
Yeah.
No, that was a totally different type of stick insect.
Why is he grown?
Are you still on, Sam? If you're still on, I'll show you the Eurocantha and how that's doing because it's monster now. Here we go.
I see a monster.
Let's get one of the big ones.
That's a big one.
Come here, you. There you come. Whoa! Just ran. Come on. Out with you. Let's go. Whoa, it's on a mission. Here it comes.
Whoa! Where's the monster? Where's the monster?
Here it is. Look at the size of this beast. Oh, they're all escaping all over the shop. I've got so many babies. Look at this thing trying to... Yeah. Pretty large, right? I haven't actually handled these much, so it's not keen on... I mean, it is interesting how they just know.
That's giant.
It's pretty giant, isn't it? On the rampage! Save yourselves! What are you doing? Anyway. There you go, you can deal with that for a bit. This is one of the females, but she's so big so quick. Crazy. I don't know if anyone else actually hatched out the eggs you gave them, Sam. Did you hear from anyone else? Because that was a bargain as far as I'm concerned. Oh, don't escape. Get back inside. Get back inside. Go on. Okay. Right, young man. Let's, if we put this out, there we go. We can actually just stick this one straight in to there. That'll do. Which means that we can put, in theory, some of them will go onto this. They are all over the shop. They're on everything. Look, there's one there. That's a Diaphoretes gigantea, or giganti, however you want to say it. Are they easy to keep? Yes, ridiculously easy to keep. The certainly the Diaphoretes, so the green bean stick insects, and these Eurocantha calcarata are so easy to keep. The Acryotera phalax, the Madagascan ones, they do need daily misting, and I was sort of skeptical about it. And actually, the Diaphoretes benefit from daily misting, so I try and mist them in the morning. No, I try and mist them every evening, basically. I'm pretty sure these Eurocantha would cope for longer. They seem to be able to be drier for longer. And what the other two have done, this is one of the females. I've got a female and another female and a male. And the other two are currently hiding under the kitchen roll to stay moist because I haven't, because they've run out of food, basically. But you can tell this is a female because of the pretty obvious ovipositor. Yeah? You wanting to feed Obi?
Yeah.
Watch out behind you because there's all the prickles. Stay still, stay very still. Yeah, right. Don't walk into that because it'll stick to your leg. Do you want to feed Obi?
Yeah.
Okay. Just going to feed the fish.
Big fish.
Big fish. Where's the big fish?
Dad.
Up there. Can't really
There's
see
no
him.
fish.
He's quite big.
There's 2 pairs of food.
He's looking for the food already.
Dad.
Yeah.
There's no bee, no, there's no worms.
Does he love worms? He does love worms actually. We could put some worms in. Do you want to get your tongs and put the super worms in? Is that what you want to do?
My tongue, yeah.
Yeah, here's your tongs.
Yummy. So,
You like the idea of keeping mantis too? Don't worry that they're hard. Nah, mantis are super easy as well. Everyone freaked me out about mantis and needing misting, but actually the 2 species I've kept so far have been remarkably tolerant of not being misted all the time. Right. Don't touch the bramble, remember? Whee! Right, there you go. Go fishing. Find a big one. No. No. You have to stir it around so they come from the top. There you go. Look at them. I think you need the other tongs.
Good ones.
Those tongs aren't big enough. Get you some better tongs.
They look different.
You try these ones.
Oh,
You'll be able to try them. Go on.
I
You
can't.
can, of course you can. It's the same.
I don't know.
Well, alright then, you'll have to do it with your hand.
Okay.
Because I don't think you can actually... Yeah. Excuse us while we feed the fish on... Right, you holding it? Put it in the hole, quick. Good, got it, straight away.
But
Got another...
can I do
You can do
another?
another.
It will tickle.
It will tickle, because superworms are really tickly on your hands, aren't they?
Dad, maybe I don't want to do it yet. Only when we keep up.
Okay, come on then. Oi! Right, yeah, quick, grab it. Grab it. Grab it. Drop it in there.
Dad, what those, lift me up again.
Lift you up again.
Yeah. No, not for that. I just want
That's
those.
fish food for the other fish.
What fish?
These ones in the small tank.
So maybe I'll just feed him different stuff.
Well,
Well,
alright.
yeah.
Yeah,
Not those biscuits, different ones.
Don't lean on the bramble.
Not those biscuits. Different ones.
There aren't different ones.
I'll
Those
show
are
you
them.
they're different. I mean those ones.
Yeah, they're the same thing, but...
But I want the same thing.
Yeah, alright. Here, don't lean on that. So who else watching has kids? Because you'll be able to appreciate how complex this is. Oh, yep, great. Fish food everywhere. Look how calm this is. Here you go. I'll put those ones in. You going to drop them in?
Yeah.
Come here then.
So,
Done.
that's some more.
Good. Done. Thank you.
Maybe.
Very helpful. Right, let's get back to the stick insects. Did any escape while we were messing around? No. Okay, that's good. Let's get the other lot out.
I'm really sad about the flying one died.
Yeah, the flying one did die, but they don't live very long. That's the problem, you see. Yeah, those of you asking about stick insects.
Oh, there's only one more food fish.
Okay. This is what inevitably happens with stick insects. They die. But then they have eggs and they all hatch out, so that's really cool.
There's only one more biscuit for him.
Chuck that in. Done.
Yeah, there's only one more left behind.
That's it now.
One more left behind.
Yeah, nieces and nephews. Yeah, they're the best kind of kid. I fully recommend Kids that you can return at the end are a lot more useful. Still, we try and encourage enthusiasm in all nature, and this kid is very, very gentle with stick insects, so I'm only thankful for that. Right, I need to somehow... Oh, it's covered. This is ridiculous. Okay. The problem with having loads and loads of baby stick insects is then you don't have to juggle them all back onto the new food plant without losing any, and check every single bramble stem for stick insects. And it becomes quite laborious. I mean, this is just a random twig and it has like 4 on there. Don't think we should leave those ones alone because otherwise they'll run off. If you want to hold that one, you can. But try and do it gently. Okay, I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to put this here. I'm going to somehow get another bit of bramble. Did any of you check out my awesome Play-Doh rendition of a Typhoclina celadonia that I made this morning? We had Play-Doh session, so I was feeling inspired. If you didn't see it, you really should check it out because it's one of my better works. You got him? Yeah, nice work, buddy. Stick that in there. Go like that. Okay, don't squash him. Right, you can. Well, all right. Why don't I just get him onto me? There we are. These have grown amazingly quick. The eggs are. No, not on YouTube. It's on my Instagram account and on the Facebook page. The Instagram account's really easy to find. Actually, I did share it on YouTube. I think I put it on the community tab. So, if you didn't see it, it's worth a laugh. But yeah, I can't really. Normally with these nymphs, you can sex them really early because the females have obviously a really clear ovipositor. They've got a spike at the abdomen like this here. But on these Acroterra, not many of them seem to have that. Ah, you only have Facebook. Well, it's on the Facebook page. You just have to check out, well, it's called the Tarantula Cave, funnily enough, on Facebook. Okay, where am I going to put you? I need to take that jar out. So you can shoot down out the way while I do that. Put you on there. Uh-oh, careful. Remember what I said, super careful about the bramble so that it doesn't stick to you, yeah?
Do you need any more water in here?
And no more water.
Just leaving it here.
Okay, that's great.
I'll do that. 1 second.
Oh, they're on every bit. Are you off? Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
I'm just going to be back in 1 second.
Alright. Cheers. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Sandy. Actually, it's quite funny because Dan from, obviously Tarantula Dan, who has, I think, 4 T. celadonias now, he commented to say that, you know, he couldn't tell the difference between my amazing Play-Doh model and the real thing, which is a great compliment from someone who's seen them up close. Obviously talking complete rubbish, but pleasing nonetheless. Can I get this out yet? No, I still can't get it out. Yeah, there's just this horrible fear that you're gonna, because in order to get these in order to get the bramble jars out, you have to cut the stems at the top so that they're not fastened to the side of the enclosure, because I've got a really nice mesh enclosure. But what that means is you then have that, yeah, a real fear of just chopping a stick insect in half. I mean, they're amazingly stick-like. I mean, this one, you know, they put their front legs together and they bend one leg in. It looks like they've only got 3 legs. It's crazy. I'm nearly there on this, so I can take that out. Oh, stop grabbing for me. Nothing on that piece. Oh, I missed Sam leaving, that's okay. I can probably show you the mantis. Although I'm pretty sure the mantis would go for the stick insects if I put it out now, so. Unfortunately, I lost a couple of, I've lost a few of the stick insects just because they... What is that? Don't bring that in here. Comedy interlude. What is he doing? Energy to burn. See, that's the thing. You try and tire them out and it just doesn't work. To be fair, it is hot in this spider room, so I can understand why you might not want to hang out in here too long. Yeah, Bug Wars, that's crazy. I don't know. It's such a... They stopped doing that, didn't they? They had basically ran out of money or something to pitch insects against each other. He's got the best Christmas jumper on. It's Santa Saw. It's a T-Rex in a Santa hat. Total legend. I'm just hoping he doesn't bowl all of the bramble over. It could happen. Anyway, I'll change angle on this. You can kind of watch him being crazy in the background. Crash, bang, wallop. Right, still no escapees. Good. What's going on the floor level? Lots of insects. How are you doing? You dead or alive? You are alive. Okay. Good. You're not looking well though. Are you dead or alive? You seem to have no face. Oh dear, what's happening there? Okay, that's the weirdest thing I've seen in a long time. This is a dead stick insect with no head. It's got no head and it's still walking around. So I obviously have a bit of an overpopulation issue, or they ran out of food and started eating each other because they think they're also sticks or something, but that's quite horrifying. Never seen that before. Not something I really want to see. I'm just going to feed this to my fish because that's probably the most humane thing to do. But yeah, what a shame. Creepy. Yep, that's it. It starts with the stick insects. Once they bite you. That is crazy. It's got like 4 legs. Ah, so wrong. Okay, that's going straight in the fish tank. Milo, please do not on the bramble.
Why is it not going right in the fish tank?
Because it's got no head and it's going to die. So I'm going to feed it to Obi. Go on. There you go. That's pretty humane. Alright. I have seen a few of them missing legs and things, but that's just... Well, he didn't eat it in the end, so maybe not. Okay, I'm going to put this one in.
Last time I saw him, he died. And then he was
Last time you saw him, he died. Who died? Obi's not died once. Because that would make no sense. Oh, that's too tall. You want that weight?
Yes.
You can do some workout.
Yeah.
Enough.
That one up there.
Right, do not drop it on the floor, okay? So I'm not sure if stick insects like acclimatized to being handled, but those Euracantha definitely aren't keen on it. What are they doing down there? Okay, great. Bonkers. So I can show you the 2 Eurocantha that are hiding under the kitchen roll, because it's something I've noticed them do. Basically, when it gets dry, they go into sort of survival mode. So they're both just under here. Gonna shunt them along a bit because I don't want it. Whoa, she's off. They do move fast when they want to. Come on, keep going. Out of the way. Oh, matey. Wow, did you see him go for me with his thorny legs? Outrageous. Get out of it. Come on, up the wall. Vicious creature. Definitely to be approached from underneath, these ones. They do have thorny femurs. Totally went for me. Look at them, they're beautiful. Right, I'm going to stick this bramble in. Why has that gone wrong? Going back round. That's it. Get up there. And then I need to clear the other pot out. Look how sharp that is. You don't want to get that jabbed in you. Anyway, do some spraying. Go on, shift leaves. There you go. That's it. Well done. Oh, there's a tiny one on the other side. Get in there. On. There we go. Now the laborious job of moving them all onto the new plant. Interestingly, in the wild, the Diaphoredes, they mostly eat eucalyptus, and so it's quite difficult to. A lot of people in the UK therefore keep them on eucalyptus, but if you don't have a eucalyptus tree, it's a bit of a nightmare, which I don't. So it's quite grateful that I got my original lot were feeding on bramble, and then the female, what happened? The females both died, and then I got more females from Guy Tansley at Bugs and Stuff, which is another channel that people should be subscribed to if you haven't already, because it's amazing for tarantulas. But they all eat bramble, so they've been doing quite well actually. I thought they would maybe go on hunger strike without eucalyptus. So, try and get all of these. I have to try and get that big mama back in. Let's start with this. What's going on here? These little guys are so quick. Have I got any black beauties? No, I don't actually. I'm not sure that I'm going to have space for. I do like the black beauties, and I do have neighbours with privet hedges, so I could go that way. But I sort of promised myself that I would stick to only species that eat bramble, because Sam kind of warned me that if I start branching out into species that do more than one food plant, I'm going to spend my whole life wandering around trying to find all sorts of different types of food, which might turn into a bit of a a burden. I mean, the whole reason I got into tarantulas after many years of keeping tropical fish is that they're really not very needy in terms of care, and so the idea of then kind of burdening myself with thousands of stick insects that all need different food plants is really not appealing. Get off. Go on. Choose life. Alright, just fall on the floor then. Be like that. Don't sit there, that's where I'm gonna... Up you come. Come on. Let's not be silly. Why? Why must you play dead? Don't play dead, just get up. You'll be alright. What are brown beauties? Brown beauties. I'd like to see a picture of one of those. I'm going to basically have to buy another of these enclosures anyway. The plan is to remove some of the fish tanks in here and have a bit more space. Well, actually, the ultimate plan is possibly to move house, and then I'll have a bigger room anyway. But I want to have more than one of these mesh enclosures because it doesn't really, for now it works obviously having all the mixed species in here, but that's because it's full of nymphs. But every one of these little brown ones is going to be, 25 centimeters long or something, and that's not really going to work in here long term. I am obviously going to start selling these because I have far too many. And I might even give some away. I don't know what the market is. The thing I don't want to do, because these these Acriatella phalax, they're pretty, I mean, I paid 25 quid for my pair, which was an amazing investment really, considering. But I wouldn't want to flood the market with loads of babies that weren't priced right, because it's just silly to devalue things, I think. But maybe I'll have a competition. If we get the YouTube channel to 2,000, I could give some away. So Gandalf, where do I get the bramble from? Plant shops? No, it grows wild in the UK, obviously, and around the corner from my house I have bramble growing. Unfortunately, it's where everyone walks their dogs and drives their cars past, so it's not the nicest bramble. And all of the advice for stick insect keeping is you should absolutely pick your bramble from a place that is free of pesticides and pollutants. But so far these guys seem to have pretty strong constitutions and they just work their way through it anyway, which is good, because I think, again, if I had to go a long way to get the bramble, I probably wouldn't do it. It's not that I'm lazy, it's just that I have limited time to do things. You're gonna have to come off here, I'm afraid.
I'm coming back.
You're coming back? Great. See if I can
What
just
do I look now?
put this beast onto...
Then what do I look now?
There you go. Why don't you move onto there?
Dad, what do I look now?
Don't move onto my hand. Oh, I love this. It's so cute when like one of them's on the back of the others.
Dad? Dad?
Go upwards. Upwards. Go
Dad?
upwards.
Dad?
Yes, yes,
Why
yes.
do I have 2 lights?
Why do I have 2 lights? To make it brighter, obviously. Oh, that's not great.
Sorry.
Knocking things over, not great. Tell you what, I'll lean you there. You can do what you want. Okay, okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine, that's fine.
I'm really, really sorry.
I know you're sorry. It's alright, you haven't done anything wrong yet. Just a bit clumsy. Are you hot? Did you take your jumper off?
Yeah.
Look at this sweaty little kid. Hi. Sweaty. You've been careful with the bramble, yeah? Good boy. What else was I asked? Thought while council spray everything. Yeah, right. So a lot of councils do spray bramble. I live in a little village, so well, it's quite a big village now, but they're not too bad for it, thankfully, and I don't know. It seems to work, which is a relief. And actually, where I work, not too far from here, because I live in Cambridgeshire, but not too far from here, there's also kind of a nature reserve with tons of bramble. So if I run out locally, I should be able to still get some, which is great news. Right, what's going on here? Checking every leaf curl for the dried leaves to see if there's any more nymphs in there. I'm afraid to do a count. I must have close to 100 of the brown ones. And I think the green ones, well, they hatch all the time. I've got lots of sort of eggs still sitting around that, that seem to keep hatching out. Yeah, Peter, send me a picture of the brown ones. I would be interested to see them. I'm actually toying with... You're just getting more naked by the second. How to cool down. Very nice. Is that your Christmas belly? I've got one of those. Yeah. Yeah, so most stick insects have multiple food plants. They have their sort of native food plant, and then they have a few they can normally eat. A lot of the species that eat bramble will also eat rose, and quite a few of the species will eat oak. Would bark be alright to use from nature reserves in your tarantula enclosure? Yes. Hi, Arachnid King. It would, providing it's not been, you know, subject to loads of horrible pesticides and stuff. That should be absolutely fine. And I wouldn't even bother treating it, to be honest, because ultimately tarantulas come from places where there are natural organisms in the soil and on the plants and all the rest of it, and most of them are harmless for tarantulas. Why are these guys not coming? Keep the questions coming. Very happy to answer questions insofar as I can answer them. Oh, there are so many stick insects on this. Oh look, there's one that's grown a bit. Liking it. Look at that. You see how small this guy is? Ridiculous. Tiny. So tiny. Come with me. Right, you get on there. That's good. Alright, you're all coming with me. Get off. Get off. No, wrong way. It is amazing how they just know you're a human and they don't want to be on you a lot of the time. I need one of those, who is it? It's Tarantula Cat, always using the 2 hours later screen. I kind of need that. Fast forward 2 hours and then, although I am not planning to do this live stream for 2 hours. And I might well just delete this one because watching bramble is not the most exciting thing in the world, I don't think. But, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. I just thought it'd be nice to hang out because why not? Why not? I've got to do it anyway. I think that is now clear of all phasmids, so I can take the bits of stick out of my pot. I was chatting to Inverts and Exotics yesterday and just saying, because he's just got some new thorny stick insects, and I was saying that it's a good idea to have a lid over the water that your bramble's in so that baby stick insects can't drown themselves, but the nymphs he's got are obviously too big to drown, so that's all fine, but worth mentioning. And I always thought like that it was kind of a pain to have to buy stick insect eggs and wait for them to hatch. So when Sam gave me those ones of the Eurycanthus, I was like, what a great gift, but I was also, these are never going to hatch, I'll probably kill them. And actually, I changed my mind on that completely because the time goes so quickly. and then you have suddenly loads and loads of stick insects. Yeah, nature reserves are pretty much left alone. The only thing they do really is oh, what are you? No, it's okay. The only thing they do is trim it back to stop it going mad. And that's about it. So anything from a nature reserve, bramble-wise, should be absolutely fine. And if anything, the people who manage the nature reserve, as long as you're not destroying the whole thing, probably won't mind you taking some. Although check it for bird nests if it's between March and August, because that's when birds have nests and they don't want to be disturbed because, well, it's illegal to damage or destroy bird nests in the UK between when birds are breeding, so don't do that. Right. Them in there, a bit more water in here. Wow, we've got roots and everything. Like something. Well, that's interesting. One of the brambles decided to root in the jar and it's got full-on aphids all over the base of it. So I might stick that in with my little jumping spider. Did anyone watch Exotics Lair's recent feeding video? Very, very cool. Yeah, get the bark, do it. The other thing you should do when you get, yeah, it's a good video, it made me laugh. He's the king of entertainment. Although when is he going to get t-shirts that say relax and calm down? It's an obvious merchandising opportunity there. That's those. Oh, get off. One more stick. Probably this one. Are we all still... That jump takedown? Yeah! Was that the one when his Chaco Golden Knee went mental? Never seen that. So cool. I suppose when you've got that many tarantulas, you can kind of guarantee that one of them is going to do something crazy in every video, which is, I guess, the point of having a big collection. No doubt Peter's going to be the new master of jump takedowns once his spending spree comes to an end. Ain't that right, Peter? Ow! Bramble is so spiky. I know that's obvious, but... Still gets me. Right, you need to get up here and stop dying. No, that's not the way. Up you come. That's it. Get on this leaf. Get on that leaf. Go on. No, 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 no. On that leaf. Hey. There you go. That's it. Hold on. It's funny how we talk to our animals even though there's absolutely no way they can understand us. I do it all the time. Alright, now I will start trying to move everyone from here, of which there are absolutely billions, including a few dead ones. Oh dear, you didn't make it. They get really shriveled if they don't get hydrated enough. That's the problem. If there's no leaves and you don't mist enough, then it goes wrong. But look at these beasts. That's definitely molted once. Looking absolutely great. This one also has molted once, looking absolutely great. As has that one. Doing the right thing. So they are definitely eating the bramble, which is brilliant news, because as I said, I was worried about them needing eucalyptus. Right, spray this lot and then they'll all go rushing for water, no doubt. Massive spray. There is also a risk with wild bramble that you get spiders and things in there, so you need to be a bit careful about that too. 4 hours. You're gonna do 4-hour videos, Peter. That's gonna do some interesting stuff to your channel stats. Alright little guys, let's just stop fighting and get on the tree. Go, go, go! Everyone for themselves. Right, you fell off, that's not good. For some reason the brown ones always just run up your arm instead of running to the end of your fingers. It's really annoying. Go on. Oh no. Oh, there are so many of these. Some of them are really quite big now. Are you dead? No, you're not dead. Ugh. Run. Run the right way. What are you doing? That is terrible running. Go, 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 go. You're down there for no reason. No, don't go up there. So many. There you are. 200. 3 more deliveries. Unbelievable. Are you going to actually open your collection to the public, Peter? Surely. I actually did a count of my tarantulas and I have 56. Which is nowhere near as many as Peter has. But but 56 is plenty. I kind of have always said that when I get to 50-ish, that's when I know I've probably got too many for me to manage by myself. So it's a good time for me to sort of slow things down. So Dave from Eerie Arachnids asked recently if anyone had any New Year's resolutions for tarantulas, and I sort of said, well, my New Year's resolution is actually just to not buy any more tarantulas until the BTS, if I can possibly do that. I'll probably take freebies of like males for breeding and that kind of thing. I have been offered a Haplopelma von Worthy male for breeding, which I may or may not take up depending if I can work out if my female's mature or not. But yeah, so maybe swaps, because I might get rid of some of my Honduran curly hairs. Because I have 5 and I don't really need 5, and 3 of them are male anyway, so I might give those away, or some of them. We'll see. And just try and focus things a bit. Come on. I'm still looking for a male regal jumping spider, if anyone's got one kicking around for my female. Come on. Don't be silly. There's no need to be silly about it. I think this one might be the biggest of the young ones I've got. Pretty big. Oh, it's tense. What have we got on the chat here? 18, most of them are huge South American species, Theraphosa, Zenesthus. I would like a Zenesthus. And Pamphos, yeah, 9 Theraphosas. Room for another 3 to 21. They all sound like good species to have. Never really fancied the Theraphosas, but then I read more and more about how quickly they grow and think that would be an interesting thing to experience. I just don't want the hairs. Just don't want the hairs. $400 inverts. 2 snakes and a frog. How many of those 400 were slings? Are you breeding any of your menagerie, Peter? Come on, just get off. Don't do that. Come on. Yeah, that's what I heard about the Theraphosas. They just grow a huge amount with every molt. So that's, I guess, the appeal for me would be to watch the speed. And I've seen a few of the kind of creatures from the North teams videos of feeding them and the feeding response. I mean, obviously we've all seen feeding responses from them on like the Dark Den as well, but it is crazy fast. Although to be fair, I've got plenty of teas in my collection that also have insane feeding responses. It's not something I don't get to see, but the growth rate is interesting. Oh, moving these one by one is painful. I should just try and move the whole stick rather than each individual insect, because it's going to take forever otherwise. There you go, you just need to move onto a different bit of bramble. There you go. Right, I'm winning. I'm close to winning. I can feel it. Communals. I don't think there are many communal tarantulas really. I've come to the conclusion that it's Monocentropus balfouri, and that anything else is always going to be a risk and probably not worth it. Depending on how much cash you've got, obviously. Come on, let's go walking. Let's go walking. Don't do that. Look, just move. Don't fight it. Get on there. That's it. Go, go, go. Oh, the worst. Come on, move. Move. There, go. How much encouragement do you need? Come on. There we are. Thanks, Hashtag Gig. Cheers for popping in. Oh, the bouquet, yes. Nah, the Balfouri definitely are. Their behaviour is so communal. I don't know of many that have failed. I mean, I'm surprised no one set up a really big Balfouri setup. I know Tom's Big Spiders, Tom Moran had quite a big communal setup actually, but I'd like to see a kind of 5x2x2 giant setup. Would be so cool. I'm just going to rest that in there somewhere. They can sort themselves out. There's far too many on there for me to work out. Right. You come on in. Guys. It's too much. It's literally too much. There are way more stick insects in here than I actually thought there were, which is not a good thing. No, you can't leave. That's not how it works. Get off. Get off, get off, get off, get off. Come on. There, go touch the ceiling or something. Piranha. Yeah, they are rare and expensive. I don't think it's only Mark who's got. I don't know anyone else who's got them. I mean, I suppose other people do have them. I don't know where those people are though. Actually, Mark's roundup of the his top 10 videos in 2018 was pretty good as well. That Avicularia amazonica breeding video is so good. Yeah. What's that?
I'm playing jumping pixies, but I'm so good at it.
Pixies? Whoa! Destruction Child is back. What were you saying about pixies?
I'm playing jumping pixies.
Oh, jumping pixies. Yeah, you
and
are.
I'm playing it so good because I keep winning.
You keep winning? Are you playing with Mum?
Yeah.
Great. Oh, that's cute. Oh, come on, stick insects. I'm just going to start dropping them on. They are amazing. You drop them and they just grab onto the first thing that they hit. I mean, not that you should really be dropping stick insects, but at this size they weigh nothing, and it's impressive how they just grab. Okay, who's left? Who's left on here? There's still about 50 still on here. Ah, come on, give me a break. This is a world of pain I was not expecting when I was so excited about all those eggs. Have you seen the state of this? Honestly, there are so many stick insects on this one branch. It's going in the back. There's just more of it. Honestly. Oh well. I must be getting close to doing all these now. Doesn't feel like it though. Off you come. Off you come. That's it. Oh mate, come on, here you get. take it back. I've decided stick insects are far too much effort. I was so worried with my with the Acryptera phalax when I had the pair. I was so worried they wouldn't breed for me and it would just be a waste of 25 quid. You know, like a lot of people, I guess, buy new inverts for their channel in the hope that it'll be something interesting for the viewers to see and all that. And I just saw them and thought I must have those because they're gorgeous. But the idea that I just spent 25 quid for 2 stick insects that would die within a few months and not breed was like mortifying. And they weren't breeding, and then finally realised that the female actually wasn't mature when I bought her. So she matured out and the male went into crazy breeding mode. And then she just dropped eggs in the hundreds. And now I've got more of these guys than I know what to do with. And the person who sold me my pair, I mean, she had so many pairs left at the end of the expo. So, Lord knows how many she's got. I could actually start breeding these to feed to teas, which sounds horrendous, but ultimately sensible recycling. Come here, you. Come on. Where to put you? Go on there. Nope. Oh, I'll just drop you then. Fine. This has got to be the last few. Right, you come on here. That's good. That's good. Still good. Let's get you off. I'll put you there somewhere. That'll do. Senescus species white, biggest Senescus species, 10 inches? Where would you get a Senescus species white from? Oh, I'm so pleased to see these Diaphoretes growing well and eating bramble. It surprised me that that's been so straightforward. Spider Shop Poland. I've never bought from them actually. I have bought from wild tarantulas in Poland, and that was a great experience. I'm actually intrigued what the connection is. My my sister is half Polish, and she doesn't know why there seems to be such a Polish connection with the Poles and tarantulas, but it does seem like there's an awful lot of Polish sellers and spider shops in Poland, unless they've got like really strict pet keeping laws that I don't know about, and maybe that's something to do with it, or they just all like to explore and it's just in the blood. Put you over there. Yep, well done. Oh, have I actually done it? Have I actually done it? No one on there. Oh, there's one massive one just sitting there. You missing a leg? Half a leg. Oh, you'll be fine. The nice thing with stick insects is they also do that whole growing legs back. Yeah, T. Celadonia. It's an interesting one. I think they are fascinating biology. I like the way that they make that really cool webbed up trapdoor type nest, burrow, whatever it is. Perhaps overrated, but I mean, someone needs to breed them and get them cheap, and then everyone will want one. I think the objection is, a lot of the objection is the price point, because if they were cheap, then a lot of people would keep them, I think. Look at that stumpy little leg. Be absolutely fine next molt. Oh, don't fall down there. That's a silly place to drop. Do come. Okay, I'm gonna get on that leaf. You can do it too, because you're a bit disabled. Come on. Madness. So dramatic, these phalax, they just like to whinge. There you go. Don't fall off from there. Honestly. Is that all of them? Are there any more stick insects left on this thing? One. Last one. Not going to make it easy for me, are you? Nope, straight onto the floor. Come on. It's funny, the first time I dropped one of these, I was terrified I'd kill it. And then you learn pretty quickly that it's impossible to drop them and kill them. Shopping again, Peter. That's the answer. My LP is full of eggs and refusing to eat at the moment. Right, job's a good one. And on that note, I'm going to let you guys... Look at me, I'm in a right state. Not been well last few days, so hence tired looking face and great hair. 300 euros. Ah, did you rob a bank? Anyway, all good. I'm gonna go. Thanks for the chat. I may or may not leave this one up on the YouTube channel because there's only so interesting that watching a bloke move 1,000 stick insects can be, but we'll see. But in the meantime, take care, and I'll catch you next time.